Hi everyone. Now let's look into the different factors affecting the demand elasticity. So starting with the first factor, the nature of goods. So remember that we already discussed like how necessary goods tend to be inelastic, luxury goods tend to be elastic, cheap goods are often inelastic, and etc. So here what's happening that the nature of goods actually affects the demand elasticity. The second common factor would be the closeness of substitutes. If close substitutes exist for a good, then the good has elastic demand. So let's say Pepsi and Coke. These are close substitute goods. So if the price of Pepsi goes up, then expectedly you can shift to buying more Coke. So here Pepsi has an elastic demand. So on the other hand, if no close substitute are there for a good, then the good has inelastic demand. So in the context of Bangladesh, rice being our staple food, you can assume that rice is an inelastic good for us. So that is our demand for rice is inelastic. The third common factor would be the proportion of income that you spend on buying something. So larger portion of your income budget, if spent on a good, then for that good, you have an elastic demand. Your responsiveness to price changes would be high. Whereas smaller portion of income spent on a good, then that good is inelastic. So let's say that you have a habit of eating chocolates every other day. So you buy this 1 taka chocolate every other day. Now this expense comes out of your pocket, right? So let's say there is an increase in the price of this chocolate and now it's 2 taka. But ask yourself whether you'd really react to this change, like whether you would be sensitive to this price change. I think not, because it comes from a very small portion of your income. It's not that you are spending a lot of money on this, or a large portion of your income goes to buying this 1 taka chocolate. So proportion of income affects the demand elasticity of it. Now, the last factor that we would discuss is the time factor. So with the price change of good, in the short run, demands for a good tends to be inelastic, and in the long run, it becomes elastic. So with an example, this you'd be able to understand this. Let's say the oil price increases. Now you use your oil in driving or for different other reasons. So let's say you need oil to drive your car, and the oil price goes up. However, you do not react immediately. In the short run, your demand for oil remains inelastic. So your responsiveness is low. But in the long run, if the price remains high, you might look for other options. You might explore other alternatives. So probably you look into other options of fuel. So in the long run, the demand for oil becomes elastic. So this is how the time affects the elasticity of demand.